Hello students, a very warm welcome to the social science class and its geography part. Today we are going to start chapter 10 of our geography, life in the temperate grasslands. In this chapter you will study about the grasslands and their types, the prairies and other vegetation, wildlife, agriculture and other activities, people, minerals, etc. The wealth, topography, climate, drainage system, people. The grassland and their types. At some places, the climatic conditions are not suitable for the growth of big trees. There, grasslands are the main vegetation. The grasslands can be defined as a region where grasses form the dominant type of plant life. The grasslands are also called the sea of grass. The grasslands cover about a quarter of the total Earth's surface. The formation and growth of grasslands depend on climate and availability of soil. On the basis of these factors, the grasslands of the world are divided into two divisions. These are 1. Temperate, 2. Tropical. In the temperate zone, where climatic conditions are moderate, the grasslands are more common. The grasslands which are found between subtropical and subpolar regions are known as temperate grasslands. They are located in the interior of the continent. These are the rain shadow areas in the mountain ranges. These grasslands extend between 35° and 55° latitudes in both the hemispheres. These regions experience moderate climate with limited rainfall and that too in summer season. Temperate grasslands are known by different names in different areas. In North America, they are known as prairies. In South America as pampas, in Eurasia as steppes, in South Africa as veld, and in Australia as downs. In this chapter, we will learn about the physical environment and the human activities of two temperate grasslands, prairies and veld. The prairies. The prairies in North America are located in Canada and the USA. They lie between the foothills of Rocky Mountains in the wet and the Great Lakes and the Appalachian Highlands in the east. The Canadian prairies include the provinces of Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and Western Ontario. In the USA, the prairies cover mainly North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, and Wisconsin states. Parts of some other states like Montana, Wyoming, Nebraska, Colorado, and Kansas also fall within the region. This map is showing prairies in North America. Climate. Prairies experience continental type of climate, warm summer with temperature 20 degrees Celsius and cold winters with temperature as low as minus 20 degrees Celsius. In winter, a thick blanket of snow covers this region. It receives moderate amount of rainfall that provides best conditions for the growth of grass. The climate of the region is affected by the local wind called Chinook. It is a hot wind which blows in the end of the winter season. It results into the melting of snow and making pasture land available for grazing of animal. Drainage system. In USA, rivers Mississippi and Missouri provide water to the area. In Canada, the prairies are drained by the river Saskatchewan and its tributary Winnipeg. Do you know? Winnipeg in Canada is called the gateway of prairies. Soils. Chernozem, a fertile black soil rich in humus, is found here. It is rich in organic content and provides nitrogen and other nutrients like phosphorus and potassium, natural vegetation and wildlife. Due to low rainfall, the natural vegetation of the prairies is limited to grasses, shrubs and scattered trees. Species like willow, alders and poplars are found on mountain slopes near the river banks and lake shores. The original grassland have mostly been converted into farmlands. Bison or the American buffalo is the most significant animal of the prairies, but nowadays bisons are on the verge of extinction because they are hunted by the European settlers. Presently, bison is a protected animal of prairies. This is the picture of bison and this is the picture of prairie dog. Prairie dogs, ground squirrels, hares, badgers, coyotes, rabbits, gophers, etc. are the other animals found in these grasslands. Agriculture and other activities. Prairies have big farms and each region is spread in particular crops. Some places in the prairies receive over 50 cm rainfall. The soil is also fertile. It supports agricultural activities. High quality machines are used in the agricultural activities. This area is drained by River Mississippi and its tributaries. The basin is very fertile. The average size of farms varies between 150 to 200 hectares or more. People working at the farms also live on the farms in homes called homestead. Maize is a major crop of prairies. Potatoes, cotton, wheat, soybean, alfalfa, etc. are also grown in this region. Prairies are also known as the granaries of the world due to the huge surplus of wheat production. This is the image of cultivation of maize. Some areas of the prairies receive very little rainfall. Here, grasses are short and sparse. These areas are suitable for cattle rearing. It is the main occupation for the western part of this region. The cattle are reared in big farms called ranches. Bisons, deers, antelopes, poultry, etc. are reared by the European settlers. The American prairies, the people who rear cattle are known as cowboys. The cowboys use horses and dogs to manage herds of cattle. This is the image of ranches. This is the image of poultry farming. Dairy farming is also done in prairies. Cattle are mainly reared to get milk and milk products. Dairy farming is concentrated in the Great Lake regions. It also supports the food processing industries in the prairies. This image is showing dairy farming. People. In the Canadian part of the prairies, native Indians roamed in the vast plains. When the Canadian government introduced a number of negotiations with the native inhabitants, many people from eastern Canada and British Isles came to settle here. These people are very hardworking. Do you know? Before the Europeans migrated to the prairies and settled down, the original inhabitants of this region were the American Indians. They are fully trained to use different types of machines in their work. Christopher Columbus landed at Bahamas Island on October 12, 1492, thinking that he had landed in India. He called the native people the Red Indians. They belonged to different tribes such as the Apache, the Crow, the Cree, and the Pawnee. They all roamed in the grassland barefoot and were called by the new settlers Blackfoot Indians. The settlements of natives are called reserves. These are the images of some Native Americans. Apache, Pawnee. Minerals, coal, iron, manganese, etc. are found in the prairies. The Appalachian region is world famous for coal mining. This is the image of Appalachian's coal mine. The availability of minerals and developed transport network provide adequate conditions for the industrial growth of the region. These factors have made prairies one of the most industrialized regions of the world. The Veld. The word veld means field in Dutch. This name is given to the temperate grassland of South Africa. These grasslands are located in the eastern part of the plateau of South Africa. They lie between the Drakensberg mountain in the southeast and the Kalahari Desert in the northwest. Johannesburg, Pretoria, Kimberley, etc. are the important cities of the Veld. The Veld lies between the Tropic of Capricorn, 23.5 degrees south, and the Antarctic Circle, 66.5 degrees south in the southern hemisphere. Do you know? Before the advent of European settlers, the Veld grasslands were inhabited by the Hottentots, the An African tribe. Johannesburg, Pretoria, Kimberley, etc. are the important cities of the world. Topography. The Velds are a kind of rolling plateaus. Their height varies from 600 meter to 1100 meter. On the basis of varying height, the Velds are divided into three parts. These are the grass veld, middle veld, and high veld. Its lower part is called grass veld. The northeastern part of the region is called high velds. It has a height of more than 1600 meters. This is the image of veld in South Africa. Climate. The Indian Ocean affects the climate of the velds to great extent. The velds experience mild climate throughout the year. Winters are cold and dry while summers are wet and cool. Temperatures vary from 5 degrees Celsius to 20 degrees Celsius, both in winter and summer. July is the coldest month here. Johannesburg experiences the highest temperature about 20 degrees during the summer. The warm ocean current controls the amount of rainfall received by the velds. It receives summer rainfall from November to February and winter rainfall from June to August. Drainage system. River Limpopo and River Orange along with their tributaries drain the veld region. Soil. The soil of Veld region is comparatively less fertile and supports the cultivation of fodder grasses. The natural vegetation in the Veld region is controlled by the semi-arid climatic conditions. The vegetation cover is sparse and consists mainly of the short and long grasses. Some trees like acacia and marula can be seen in higher elevation of the high veld. The red grass grows mainly on lower elevations. The main wildlife is leopard, cheetah, oryx and kudu. People in the Veld. The main occupation of the people in Veld region are mining, farming and cattle rearing. Farming is not very important due to low rainfall, poor soils and occasional droughts. In humid areas, maize is the main crop. The other crops are wheat, barley, oats and potatoes. Some cash crops such as sugarcane, cotton and tobacco are also grown. Sheep rearing is the main occupation in the high veld. Merino sheep give the best quality of wool. Sheep rearing has helped in the development of wool industry in the Veld region. The Angora goats provide mohair. South Africa is an important producer and exporter of wool in the world. This is the image of merino sheep in Wales. Cattle rearing is done mostly in the warmer and winter regions for the Wales. Cattle are reared for dairy products such as milk, butter and cheese. Cattle also provide meat and leather. Beef is mainly exported to Europe. This is the image of dairy cattle. The Veld region is very rich in minerals such as coal, iron, gold, diamonds, uranium. Thus, mining is an important occupation in this region. Johannesburg is known for gold, while Kimberley is famous for diamonds. Many industries like iron and steel, metal products, machinery, railway equipment, etc. have been established. The agro-based industries include woolen textile, food processing, and dairy and leather goods. Actually, South Africa became a colony of British Empire due to the availability of gold and diamonds. This region has efficient and well-developed system of transport. There are excellent networks of roads and railways. All major towns are connected with air services. This is an image of a diamond mine. The Dutch were the first Europeans to reach and settle in Veld. The grasslands were initially settled by Hottentots, an African tribe. These primitive people were hunters and gatherers. Now a small number have survived and mostly practice nomadic herding. In Pretoria, there are mining and industrial settlements. Johannesburg is also known as the gold capital of the world. Now let's sum up the chapter. Summing up, temperate grasslands. The grasslands in the United States, the grasslands in the mid-latitudinal belt between the Tropic of Cancer and the Arctic Circle and between Tropic of Capricorn and the Antarctic Circle are called temperate grasslands. Chernozem soil, a type of fertile soil found in the prairies region. Commercial farming, farming in which crops are grown for sale in the market. Cowboys, persons on horseback for herding cattle in prairies. Veld, the mid-latitudinal grasslands of South Africa. Ranches, the large farms of North America. Bison is the most important animal of the prairies. Homesteads are the houses situated in the farms. The wells are also known as maize triangle. Combined harvester, a machine that can reap the crop, thrash the grain and pack them into sacks. Mohair, a fine quality wool obtained from the Angora goats. Mixed farming means growing of crops and rearing of animals on the same farms. Thank you class. Let's meet in the next chapter.